a deviation from my normal wildlife videos and nature videos and construction videos, and this is ritualistically removal of the television and the DVD player. So when we first moved here, I brought the one little TV that would fit in my camper. I got rid of the rest. I put them all out to the curb and gave them to the neighbors. And I brought this one small flat screen TV and set it up here in front of the window, thinking that, you know, like I always have, like I would turn it on and, you know, maybe get channels, maybe get cable, start watching TV. It never happened. It never happened. Not that that's not available, but I just never did it because I never missed it. And then the DVD player, we do have a red box in town. And when my husband would come home, I would go up, get us snacks, and I would rent a Redbox movie, bring the DVD home, and then he and I would sit in our chairs and we'd look out the windows of our camper and we would talk about the birds and we'd talk about our day, and we would end up just in conversation, and we would never plug in the movie. No matter what movie it was, we just wouldn't plug it in. Now, he'll watch movies on his truck because he just gets tired of looking out the window and looking at a parking lot. I never get tired of what I'm looking at on the other side of that television. The other side of that television is my whole world. That television is somebody else's world. And I'm just not interested in it anymore. It just doesn't hold any interest. And in fact, it's just been blocking my view for the last year. And it's been something that I've needed to dust. The cats, you can see the scratches on there. The cats are jumping over it, landing on it. They're scratching that DVD player. The speakers keep getting knocked over because they climb around, and it never gets turned on. I haven't turned it on. I don't even know if it still works. I'm sure it does, but I have not turned that television on in over a year, and I haven't missed it, not for an nth of a second. I've had conversations, I've read books, I've flipped through magazines, I've watched birds, I've learned the trees, I'm learning all about the plants, I'm busy with gardens, I'm, you know, developing relationships with people on YouTube that watch my channel and I watch their channel, and I just haven't been interested in this television in over a year. And so today, I just want to invite you to my ritualistic removal of the television. It's just an appendage at this point that I just don't want. It's just taking up space is all it's doing. It's taking up space, and it would invite in a bunch for me. Now, I'm not speaking for anybody else here because I know people have their shows that they love, and I used to too. I used to have TV shows I loved. I could sit here and name 3 off the top of my head, but I outgrew them, or they're canceled or whatever, and I've never gotten into anything new. And so I just don't watch it. I don't really like ads that much, so they drive me nuts. I always walk away from the TV anyway during an ad because I don't want somebody else telling me what I need. So I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to see if I can find something else to do with that space now and rearrange that space and open up that window for a better view to my outside world. And I just thought I'd invite you along with me. Well, as you can see, I decided to put a couple of my kitchen table seats. I don't need all 4 seats. I had them in other places. I only need 2 seats at my table. And if you look, those 2 seats fit perfect underneath that window. Wow, it's like they were made for that window. Oh my goodness, that just absolutely works so perfect right there. And look at all that space I've opened up. I see where I could put something over in that left-hand corner, and I might do that, but I kind of like that open space right there. There, that's so much nicer. That's so opened up now. So I turned the little shelf so that my collection boxes are easily accessible because I collect bark and outdoor stuff. I collect feathers. People give me sage. I have a tiny little collection of knives. I'm working on my collection of essential oils. I have a treasure box on the right My dehydrator is there on the bottom right. So now when I want to dehydrate, I have an outlet right there. So I can just set the dehydrator up there and go to town. Or I can set it down there and let the cats have that space. Or when my husband comes home, now he has a place to plug in his headset and charge his phone and set his things. And of course the cats are just gonna love that new space. That's so exciting for them because they live in such a tiny world that any amount of space at all makes them so happy. So everybody's always saying that which does not serve me has to go. Television, DVD wasn't serving me, and if my grandkids come down, instead of plugging in a movie, we will read a story, we'll make up a story, we'll go take a nature walk, or they can just sit on my lap and cuddle grandma. They don't need a television. They get, you know, they get plenty of exposure to movies and things elsewhere. When they come to grandma's, now they can just hang out with grandma. Oh, I think the cats are gonna love this new space. What do you think, silly? Silly, what do you think? Are you happy? Now they have a whole new window to their world. So that which does not serve you, it's just clutter. You don't have to get rid of it, just move it out of your way, put it up somewhere else, store it away, and open up your space. Life is fluid, it's always changing. Have a blessed day.